Pagetunes Red. From the pages of Pagetunes magazine, monthly number 2, February 2024. Story and artwork by Zigerlig.
The Ouija Trap. The dimly lit bell above the door jingled as Rachel, Sarah, and I stepped into the dusty antique store. The air was heavy with the scent of old wood, a nostalgic aroma that whispered of forgotten stories. Amidst the clutter, our eyes were drawn to a weathered old Ouija board tucked away on a shelf, seemingly untouched by time. In that quiet, peculiar corner of the store, the three of us shared a glance. Our curiosity piqued. The Ouija board beckoned, its worn surface revealing years of mystique. With a sense of rebellion, we decided to embark on a fun journey beyond the mundane. The creaky wooden floor echoed our excitement as we handed over the cash to the elderly shopkeeper. Little did we know, the board we purchased held more than just the promise of entertainment. It harbored a dark energy that would intertwine with our destinies. As the night descended, we gathered around the Ouija board in my living room. The flickering candlelight cast shadows on our faces as the planchette moved on its own accord. Our fingers trembled as the board compelled us to spell out names of those we deemed foes, unaware of the malevolent force we were about to unleash. The Ouija board seemed to come alive under our touch, moving to the letters with an eerie determination. Little did we realize that this seemingly innocent act marked the beginning of a journey into the realms of revenge, consequences, and the uncharted territories of our own darkest impulses. Unbeknownst to us, the board had become a conduit for the suppressed negativity within us, a mirror reflecting our hidden resentments. As the names of those we're not too fond of materialized on the board, so did the shadows of our deepest grudges. The once innocent game transformed into a malevolent force, orchestrating events beyond our control. In the following weeks, whispers of misfortune reached our ears. Rachel, nursing a lingering bitterness from a past workplace rivalry, discovered that her once envied colleague faced sudden financial ruin and unemployment. Sarah, harboring resentment towards a former friend, witnessed their once happy marriage crumble amidst accusations and betrayal. As for me, the person I deemed a romantic rival found themselves grappling with the unraveling of a long-term relationship, succumbing to the heartache we had inadvertently set in motion. The ripple effects of our choices unfolded like a dark symphony, each note playing a part in the unfortunate destinies we had set in motion. The satisfaction derived from these events mingled with a growing excitement. The air in my living room grew heavy with each session, the flickering candlelight casting shadows that mirrored the darkness creeping into our own lives. The once innocuous game now held a thrilling grip on our consciousness. We reveled in the chaos we had unleashed, oblivious to the potential toll it might take on our own lives. In the weeks that followed, the intoxicating allure of the Ouija board became an irresistible force in our lives. Each clandestine session brought forth a new name, a new target for our vengeful whims. The shadows of misfortune we had cast upon our chosen foes began to deepen, spreading like ink in water. Rachel's sports rival, a former adversary on the basketball court, now faced the bitter taste of defeat as injuries mounted, leaving them unable to compete at their once dominant level. Sarah's competing business owner, once a formidable force in the market, found their enterprise crumbling beneath the weight of unforeseen challenges and economic downturn. My rival from a pie baking contest, previously celebrated for their culinary prowess, now grappled with an unexplained series of kitchen disasters and public embarrassment. As the lives of these three unsuspecting individuals unraveled, a perverse satisfaction filled the room during our Ouija board sessions. The energy within our circle crackled with an unsettling glee as we reveled in the chaos we believed we controlled. The rush of wielding this supernatural power was amazing, enthralling, washing away any lingering doubt about the consequences of our actions. The exhilaration masked the guilt that threatened to creep into our consciousness. The air around us grew dense with an unspoken tension, a sense that our actions were contributing to a growing darkness that threatened to envelop our own lives. Yet, the thrill of revenge drowned out any hesitations, pushing us further down a path we were only beginning to comprehend. The once distant consequences now loomed on the horizon, but the intoxicating rush of our newfound power swept away any contemplation. The truckload of guilt remained parked at the periphery of our consciousness, unnoticed in the exhilarating whirlwind of revenge. The boundaries between our chosen enemies and ourselves blurred, and the consequences of our dark game began to take root, laying the foundation for a web of unforeseen tragedies that we were yet to comprehend. As the weeks turned into months, the names we summoned, once chosen in a fit of spite, now echoed with a haunting resonance. The consequences of our actions rippled through the lives of our unsuspecting foes. Rachel's sports rival, now sidelined by injuries and sporting setbacks, found the local community basketball league in disarray due to their absence. The once thriving league, dependent on their star player, faced a shortage of participants, leading to its eventual collapse. Sarah's competing business owner, struggling in the face of unforeseen challenges, saw their enterprise fold, causing a ripple effect in the local economy that left neighboring businesses in jeopardy. My pie baking contest rival, once the pride of the community, faced public humiliation, leading to the cancellation of the annual contest that had brought joy to our small town. The intoxicating rush of revenge that once fueled our actions began to wane. As the consequences of our malevolent game unfolded, a sobering realization took hold. The thrill that had masked our moral reservations gave way to a gnawing discomfort, like a lingering storm cloud threatening to unleash its tempest upon us. The air in my living room, once charged with the energy of vindication, now felt heavy with remorse. As the consequences of our malevolent game unfurled, a subtle yet undeniable shift occurred within our once tightly knit trio. The thrill of revenge that once bound us together began to dissipate, replaced by a growing unease that mirrored the escalating chaos we had unleashed. Rachel, once elated by the downfall of her sports rival, now wrestled with a nagging guilt as she witnessed the demise of the community basketball league. The absence of her adversary had left a void, and the once vibrant sports community now languished in a collective sorrow. Sarah, haunted by the collapsing businesses in the wake of her rival's downfall, grappled with the realization that her quest for revenge had inadvertently cast a shadow over the entire local economy, and with that, her own business. My own conscience, burdened by the public humiliation inflicted upon my pie baking contest rival, now questioned the morality of our actions. The cancellation of the cherished annual contest left a void in the community, a loss keenly felt by those who had once found joy in the sweet creations of our small town's bakers. The Ouija board, once a source of thrilling power, now stood as a silent witness to our moral descent. The awakening was upon us, and the camaraderie that had once fueled our quest for revenge now eroded, replaced by a palpable tension that hung thick in the air. Faced with the growing darkness our actions had unleashed, Rachel, Sarah, and I decided to confront the repercussions head-on. The desire to mend the shattered pieces of our community ignited a spark of determination within us. We set out to rectify the tragedies we had caused, hoping against hope that we could defy the malevolent forces we had set in motion. Through tireless efforts, Rachel advocated for the revival of the Community Basketball League, seeking new sponsors and rallying support from the fractured sports community. Sarah, driven by a newfound sense of responsibility, spearheaded initiatives to rejuvenate the local economy, helping affected businesses and attempting to mend the economic fabric of our small town. I, haunted by the void left by the canceled pie contest, organized a grassroots movement to reinstate the beloved tradition, calling upon bakers and community members to breathe life back into our cherished event. As we gathered in my living room, sharing our successes and newfound hopes, a sense of camaraderie returned. The burden of guilt had not lifted entirely, but the belief that we could counteract the ominous influence of the Ouija board fueled our determination. The air buzzed with an optimism that had long eluded us, and for a fleeting moment, we felt a semblance of control over our destinies. Leaving my house, the streets of our town felt different. The weight of remorse had lessened, replaced by a shared commitment to redemption. We walked with a renewed purpose, the echoes of our laughter mingling with the hopeful whispers of a brighter future. Simultaneously, in a cruel twist of fate, a former truck driver who had lost his job due to the downfall of a local business succumbed to the drowning sorrows of unemployment. Drunk and asleep at the wheel, he became an unwitting pawn in the tragic dance we had set in motion. Oblivious to this and in good spirits, we strolled through the streets together. As I glanced through a storefront window, I spotted the oncoming danger, the familiar truck and its inebriated driver. Panic set in as I recognized the man, a neighbor whose life we had inadvertently derailed. In that heart-stopping moment, our newfound hope collided with the inescapable consequences of our actions. The realization struck too late, leaving us to face the oncoming catastrophe, bound by the threads of fate that we had unwittingly woven.
If you've been captivated by the magic of this audiobook, here's how you can immerse yourself even further and support the creation of more enthralling tales for your enjoyment. Unlock the ultimate listening journey with a yearly subscription on pagetunes.com. No interruptions, ad-free, and exclusive access to the full library of audiobooks and ebooks. Download and enjoy captivating stories offline, anytime, anywhere. Whether through subscription or individual purchases, you play a vital role in bringing more enchanting stories to life. Explore the merch store. From cozy hoodies to stylish mugs and much more, every purchase directly contributes to crafting more thrilling tales for your pleasure. Thank you and happy listening.